of yesteryear now at a time like this, and I think that the First Minister should probably focus more on his delivery in Scotland than on his constitutional issues, and we might have a better health service in Scotland. But at a time like this, I think the United Kingdom is always stronger as four nations. I think that's better for all four nations. I think that's how Scotland is stronger. Look at the deal that we've been able to do with the United States, a really important deal that we made just months ago. That is what the United Kingdom can do when we act as a powerful set of four nations together, and there are very many other examples.
Mr. President.
That's not working.
I did.
Hi, good morning.
This week, do you think your visit has
Out of control. Hold on.
Well, it's interesting. I did tour it. I toured the building. And if you looked at this building, if you came here like
It's live.
14, 15 years ago, we've
Hold
had
on,
it a
it's
long
all a
time.
mess.
It's been an honor to have Turnberry. But I was
Hold
on much more opulent
Can I not hear
walls,
it from
ceilings, floors.
Okay.
We had to do this. And
God damn it.
down, it's very old, wasn't properly made.
Okay. That's one thing. Wait, what happened? Oh shit. Okay, sorry. Everything got screwed up. I'm just gonna pause him for a minute. Oh my god. What am I? I must have done something really crazy to my speakers. Where does it go? Oh my god.
I don't know what they did. They take down.
Why can't I hear it? Oh. Good morning. Hi, good morning. This morning's going this way. So, woo. I'm not sure why. For some reason, I can't hear what he's saying in my ear. And that means that it's a weird. So, good morning, everyone. I'm very sorry that I don't know what that means. Oh my god, I have no idea what that means. Ah. Ah. I just want to try it.
Down the ceiling and put up
Ah.
a new ceiling, and the new ceiling had no opulence to it, or they'd fix the ceiling.
Oh. Okay, good morning. Hi. I want to find a post in Discord someone put there about Clump's look of the year. It's a jungle out there. It's fine. Yeah, we won't. I'm just worried that I can't play other videos because I can't hear them. It's okay. I'll fix it. I don't know how. I don't really know why it's doing that. It doesn't really make sense to me. But anyways, good morning. This is a Monday. It's a Monday that feels like a Monday. Holy fuck. Good morning. Good morning, butterflies. Good morning. Let's see who else is here. Everybody's here. Oh my god, you guys. Why am I so fucked up and everybody's here? Hi, Jane. I am feeling a little better. I'm going to do like a little cleansy cleanse. I don't know. I just feel like I need to do that. I feel like I've been taking in a lot of gross food. So I'm going to switch it up a little bit here. Good morning. Good morning, Paulina. Good morning. morning, Neil. And let's see who else. Badger, 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 and Lee. Hi. Oh, I know, because tariffs. Tariffs. Hello, Scott. Your note was so cute. Thank you so much. You make me feel good all the time. I appreciate that. And then there is Neil. Bonjour, my friend, mon ami. And I think I got everybody. I don't want to listen to it talk. I don't blame you. I don't want to listen to it talk either. Butterflies. Good morning. Damn Mondays. It's a Monday that feels like a Monday. I don't even know. I don't think I finished my makeup. I didn't finish my makeup. It's fine. Everything's fine. Anyway, hi Kevin. Good morning, Kev. How are you? How are you, Kevin? Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I hope your weekend was good. Sorry about the lounge. I did not feel good. I did not feel good Saturday and Sunday actually. I didn't feel good either. But it's fine. And let's see. Yeah, boy, there's just a lot. Friday Friday show was fun. That was a lot of fun. And let's see what else. Yeah, I have a lot for us. I don't know what this setting is supposed to be. I'm really mad about it. I'm really mad about it. Let me just check my settings. But anyway, what'd you guys do this weekend? Did anyone do anything fun? Trying to schedule a TB test oh God, I hate having to do all the pre-job stuff, right? All the I-9s and the this and the that and the other and the fingerprinting and the this and the that. All the stuff. Oh, I don't want to do that anymore. Okay, let me see what my sound. Speakers. Speaker. Go back. Okay, I'm going to see if that even begins to work. It's probably not going to.
But I would say that all I need is a good.
No. Excuse moi. La la la. It's because I tried to add the other desktop. Anyway, I'm sorry. I know you're not here to actually listen to me.
Good plaster and a can of paint.
Now I don't know who.
And
now I don't know where he's talking.
$3.9 billion.
Oh, wait, is that me? Wait.
And I spent a lot of money too, but it's I'd say 3 point. I would say 3 point.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I hate to test on you guys. You went to Lake Huron, East Tawas. Perfect beach day yesterday. Oh God, that sounds so good. I know, Kevin. You're not complaining. You're like, I'm just gonna do it. It's something to do. I gotta do it. I'm gonna do it. Does it your employer? No, they make you schedule all the shit now, Neil. They don't do that for you anymore. No, those days are gone. I did nothing fun, but my arm and back is starting to feel a bunch better, and I got my weird tech phone problem solved. Yes, that's fantastic. That's something. Neil, I'm going to ask them this morning. They made their offer at the end of business Friday. Nice. I know, beach day. Oh, that sounds really good. I don't know why I never go to the beach. I never go to the beach. That's the thing. I never do. Myself a little taller. Ugh. Anyways, well, I'm glad everyone had a good weekend. And did I try unplugging from the wall and leaving it out for a minute and then plugging it back in? I think you're right, butterflies. Maybe that would work. I don't know why it's not working because I don't know what I did differently. This is the thing about this system is that it can be very touchy, and so it's obviously wanting to be very, very touchy. And that's fine. Be touchy. I have a lot of stuff to read, so we can read stuff. But I'll figure out all the watching. But I know I get really like, I just want to fix this, but of course I shouldn't. Oops. No, no, no. Okay, that's fine. Disappointing, but fine. Let's see. So, let's see. What did we? Well, I didn't really do anything this weekend. Bobo is getting ready for her trip. We're still not sure exactly when she's leaving, but it's soon. And it looks like she'll be there probably till the end of the year. Maybe a little, maybe November. I'm not sure when she'll come back, but I think it's around November. Um, but of course, everything with the film industry gets like pushed, right? So they may say we're going to wrap that location at the end of a trip to the secret place. Um, they're gonna wrap filming about like the end of November, but inevitably, what I have found with all of her projects is that that's usually extended a little, like a month or something, a week, few weeks or something. So I expect her to be gone a lot. She is. She is. She's going. She's going to Europe. Going to Europe. She's very excited. She's very. Oh man. I mean, I shouldn't say that. She's very excited because she. First of all, there will be a lot of things easier about her job being in the same time zone. So that's a big thing. I will miss her very much, and I'll worry about her every day, of course, because I'm a mommy. And but she's a great traveler, and she's been on her own in a foreign country before, so she's not intimidated or whatever. So she's okay doing all that stuff. She's traveled by herself, but I'll still miss her, and I'll still worry every fucking day that she's not. Hopefully, she's okay. But she's also going to be very busy because I know that they are very busy when they're on location. So, yeah, a lot of people there. There's a lot of people already there. So, they've been there for a minute. So, yeah. But yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting. It would be exciting at a different time and place, right? It would be more exciting if the world was a little more stable and, you know, all that. But that's not where we are. So, that's fine. Here it is. Yeah, she can definitely take care of herself. Yeah, she definitely can. She definitely can navigate and navigate foreign locations. My niece has been there for 3 months already. Will be back for school. Oh, that's so great, Paulina. How lovely. That's just lovely. I think it's great to study abroad. I highly recommend it. I think it was a great thing. She did a little program in Prague for film. So she did a few months in Prague and she really loved that. So I have a feeling she's going to be just fine as long as there's not like, yeah, it's pretty calm. Yeah, Macedonia. No, she's not going to Macedonia. She's not going to like Kazakhstan or anything like that. So I think she'll be all right. She'll be all right. It's a little bit of a dicey country, but it's not, I don't know. It'll be fine. I guess I can tell you where she's going. I don't know if I can tell you where she's going because it's like these film projects are very weird. Or I guess this is a TV show, but these industry project. I don't know what you call it. I don't know, shoots things. Yeah. I mean, I just don't think it. I don't think it matters. But yeah, I don't think it's necessary. Maybe when she's like safely there. Yeah, we've seen her film. She's a tough cookie. Yeah, exactly. She's a pretty tough cookie. So it'll be fine. It'll be a great. It's going to be a great experience, and that's what I love for her the most is that she's doing what she loves. She's working in film. She loves working in film, and she's traveling. I mean, this is, and we talked about it actually last week, and I said, kiddo, this is you've made it to that next level of you know, of your career, really, because like you started out as a PA, doing anything for anybody at any time, which of course you still do that somewhat in the film industry, but I said, "Look at you've gotten to another like a different level. Like you've come up to a different level in your career, and that's just like what an amazing accomplishment for all anyone. And that's really cool. Yeah, she is. Well, she's a little better actually. She's a little calmer than I am, which is good. Just don't tell any other info about no way to figure it out. Yeah, there's probably no way to figure it out, frankly, because there's a lot of stuff. Oh, gee, that's right. But TBH, I like a few songs. Wait, Jane, what'd you say? Oh yeah, we've seen her film. Na 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 na. Rush. Oh God, here we go. We're going through Rush again. Rush and Sticks and um. Dude, it's true. We're gonna have the Rush debate. Some love and some hate. I love that we always return back to Rush. I don't know when we were talking about Rush. Is that on? It was on the lounge. That's when it was. That's right. It was on the lounge. Oh my god. Anyways. So yeah. I made a couple of short movies this weekend. If you didn't see them, I'd catch up on them. They're a minute long or something. And we would will Bobo be working on an Italian retro erotic horror movie? Maybe Max Flower will have the insights. I can almost guarantee you that this is not an Italian retro erotic horror movie. I can almost guarantee that. Did you see the frontline piece? Interesting. Steve Bannon. No, I didn't. Oh, wait. You know what? I did think I saw that. Russia's cilantro. Some love it, some hate it. I'm okay with the correct amount of cilantro. I like cilantro. I never quite understood the battle but around cilantro, but I guess I understand it. Like I don't like onions, but I just don't like the texture. You know what I mean? Like people who like chopped white onions in their chili or something like that. I just didn't like that. But so I just always attributed to the cilantro kerfuffle to be like that kind of issue. But maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what money is. Okay, let me see. I do have some stuff to read to us today. Read to me. Read to me. Is that it? No. Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, yeah, it is. Da, da, da. I have 4, 5, 6 pieces. Did I hear about the guy in Oklahoma, the superintendent that had porn going in his office and it came. What? No, I didn't hear about that, butterflies. What? What the fuck? What's wrong with people? I loathe onions. It's the texture. Small, look, feel, smell, taste. Yeah, I hate everything about onions. Jane, you and I, we are one. You said feel twice. You know what? It's because it feels so terrible on your teeth. That's just how terrible it is. It's because the feel is the worst. Book banner, etc. He's a doozy. I need to watch that. Ryan, someone wanted Trump Bibles and that guy. Yes, I did hear about that. Oh my god. Oh my god. They're always the ones. Yeah, exactly. They're always the ones. Oh my god. I can't. Yeah, I hate the way they sound too. God, fucking onions. Fuck onions. Anti-onion. That's right. Onions. Onions are dumb. Um Now I'm going to lose all the onion viewers. Damn it. I can't afford to I can't afford to um alienate any viewers. I can't alienate the onion viewers. Oh my god, that's funny. Anyways, yeah, so welcome to Wake and Bake. I'm out of control, but I'm Lolo and I'm here. Wait, here we go. Maybe I hate the way they sound too. Yeah, exactly. Perverts and hypocrites. Yep. I need that t-shirt. Fuck onions. Kevin's like, I'm pro onion, damn it. Butterflies throws a little monkey wrench into it and goes, roasted onions on the grill in foil. Yummy. Yes. Oh my God, Karen. Wait, Chaya's boyfriend? Who's Chaya's boyfriend? Not, he is not, but you know the same. Oh, yeah. Right. The same shitty people, Paulina. Absolutely. 100%. Oh my God, Lolo. It's the school super that brought Trump Bibles and put 10 commandments in all classrooms. It was a school board meeting and he put up porn from his computer. I really can't. I really Butterflies, I'm not caving to the onion haters. It's gotten really spicy here on Lolo's Lounge in the morning. Man, speaking of morning, how about some coffee? Have you noticed how some people like onions when they sweat? Fuck those people too. Yeah, fuck those people too. Oh my God. I am. I'm making a shirt that says fuck onions. And by the way, fuck onions. See, the problem is I like cooking with onions. It's terrible. I know, Kevin, it's terrible. It's become a huge controversy now. Now we're just losing it over onions. Damn it. Oh well. I feel attacked. I feel attacked. I've just posted a song in Discord regarding onions. Wait, did you really? Wait. Hold on. Did you? Oh my God, you did. Wait. Can you guys hear that? Can you hear that? Oh no, shit, you can't hear it. I can't get it to stop. Oh, wait. Oh my God, I have totally and utterly wrecked my system here. Oh my God. Oh, fuck me. God, that's funny. Oh well, you know what? There's not going to be any video today. That's just the way it is. But boy, am I going to have to fix this. My stinky pits smell just like a cold Italian sauce. Oh my God, Karen. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Teresa. Don't mention Rush or onions in this group. Yeah, just Teresa, just know you have to stay away from onions and 70s power bands, okay? Just fucking do that. Oh my God. How about that Fort Pierce? Hi, Jim Nalgren. The Fort Pierce, Florida Commissioner James Taylor. James Taylor. I've seen fire and I've seen rain. That was charged with 24 counts of child pornography solicitation with a oh, for fuck's sake. Oh my God. Why are these people so disgusting? Onion people never know if there's onions in food, they can't taste them. What? Then why eat onions? Orange banging. I know. I tried to play him, Teresa. I'm having some sound issues with like playing video for some reason because it's Monday. Because it's Monday and the universe hates me. I don't like shoes or ships or snails or Moby Dick the great white whale, but ooh, I love onions. Neil. My brother always tells this joke. I put an onion in my belt. I'm so old, we wore onions in our belts or something like that. I think it's a joke. I can't remember. My sister hates onions. She won't eat anything she knows there are onions in. Okay, there you go. Well, your sister's welcome here. That's Neil's song. I love Vidalia onions. Oh yeah. It's probably a driver. Yep. This is not really relevant, but I love onions. God. We are very much in the minority, Jane. We have been told by the onion lovers in this. That's from The Simpsons. Oh, onions in our belts. Okay, that's my brother always says that joke. No, no, you guys have you have the numbers. You have the numbers. You have the numbers for sure. Walla Walla sweet onions, love them. I mean, okay. Okay. Lost a bet. Lost a bet years ago and had to eat an onion like an apple. Are you kidding, Kevin? Oh my god, that's terrible. Is that true? Hi, Grace Lisa. Old Wives' Tale says cut onion absorbs germs from the air. Is there germs in our air? Oh my god. It's trust issues. Onion eaters always try to trick non. Yes, exact. Jane, I feel so seen right now. I feel so seen by you. They do. They try to help. They do. They try to fool you and trick you that there's no onions in it, but it's so wrong. See, right, Lisa, that doesn't sound edible. Yeah, it's true. A sweet onion. Oh, gross. Kevin, did you throw up? Did you vomit? I mean, I would have vomited. I don't know. I would have, but let's see. What have I got first? There, 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 there. Oh no, do 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 do. Let me see if I can pull up an archive. Oh man. Way way back. Hmm. Hmm. Boy, my website moving slow today. Did it work? Did it work? Oh my god, did it work? Nope, it didn't work. You guys blow. God damn it. You guys blow chunkles. Two captures. Wait. I mean there's some other capture? Okay, wow. Computer. Not computing. I have a feeling this show's going to be not as long as I thought it was going to be. This show seems to be not as long as I'm going to. Hidden raisins are a trigger. Grace Lisa, I'm with you on that one too. I'm with you on that one too. Butterflies. My sister is no fun. She's loud and mean. In other words, she hasn't changed from when we were little. Big sister, by the way. Oh, that sucks. Dang it. Dang it. Um, let's see. Let me catch up with this. I don't people don't like onions. That's okay. More for me. I'll make deep fried onion rings. Yum yum. I mean, I don't mind sautéed onions. I don't mind French onion soup. I don't mind I don't know. I guess I just have certain issues with onions. Like raw onions. I don't like to eat raw onions on my burger or anything like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. So I figure I don't like onions. If I don't like raw onions, I probably don't like onions. I don't know. And I don't like the texture. So there. Kevin, my brother swallowed a goldfish in college. Oh my God. Terrible. Like a live one? I just don't. That just seems like I can't eat live things. Although it seems weird to eat dead things too, now that I say that. Oh, God. Just not eat. Onion rings are delicious. Yeah, they can be. They definitely can be. They can be delicious. Those are cooked onions. I mean, cooked onions. Yeah, and live. Ugh, raw, not so. Wait, I don't know what that means. Much, unless they're green onions on nachos or layered. See, I don't like green onions either. Oh my God. My kiddo does. She eats onions. She eats onions all the time. What's wrong with me? Oh my God. Bloomin' onions. Yeah, well, that's hardly an onion. That's hardly an onion. That's more like just like deep fried whatever. If you deep fry something and dip it in something, oh, French garlic soup. What the hell? I'd like to try. Is that real? Is that real? Down with chives too. Yeah. Fuck chives. Fuck chives. That's right. Um God, I'm so frustrated by this stupid computer. I do like malt vinegar on onion rings and fried stuff. Yeah. No, but wish it was. Yeah. Okay, I understand. That's not a thing. Maybe we should try that. I mean, I think well, so garlic can sometimes overwhelm me too. Isn't that weird? Gosh, man. What am I? It must be old age. That sucks. I can't stand it. Chive on, but fuck onions. That's right. Malt vinegar is good. I don't know. Those English, man, they really they really invented something fantastic. Okay, I want to read a couple of things to you, my friends, this morning to help your day start in an informed manner with all kinds of lovely things happening. Let me go ahead and pull this up. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Economists are seriously alarmed about official data under Trump. Oh, Dill is fine too. Yeah, no controversy. That's fine. Yeah, I understand. I love making my own ranch dressing and stuff like that. I like making like salad dressings and stuff with dill. Yum, 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 yum. What is this? Isn't this a strange setting for a page? Like, why is it so like weird? Okay, anyway. There he is, the man who's about to drop over dead. Okay, let's read about this. The president is so boring. I hate the president. He's such an awful person, and I'm sorry. I don't think world leaders need to be that nice to him. I get that they're doing a thing. Maybe they do. I don't know. I guess they do. But it just seems, I just wish they wouldn't, you know? Trick I learned from my Italian pals: slice a clove of garlic lengthwise and remove the center stalk before chopping cuts down on. Oh, really? That I've never heard that one. That's interesting. Okay. And here we go. No, don't do that. Smaller. Yeah. Oh, that's much better. Okay. Vinegar on it. Okay. Wait. Good. Okay. I'm caught up. All right. Here we go. The New Republic. Economists are seriously alarmed about official data. A new poll of economists finds an overwhelming majority agree that the U.S. government's official data on the economy is a big problem. Oops. Oopsie. This was on the 25th. As the Dump administration guts and otherwise interferes with federal statistical agencies, nearly 90% of economists recently surveyed by Reuters are concerned about the reliability of official government data on the economy. Ah, from July 11th to the 24th, Reuters polled economists, including Nobel laureates, former policymakers, academics from top U.S. universities, and economists from major banks, consultancies, and think tanks, and found that 89 of 100 of them were concerned about the quality of official U.S. economic data, with 41 saying they are very concerned. Oh my gosh, I had a great elote this weekend too. I think that's probably what made me sick. But it was really good. I had the best elote salad. I love elote very much. Mexican street corn. If you've not had that concoction, it is absolutely fabulous. Let's see. Da 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 da. Reuters report shows that alarm over dumps cuts to key agencies that collect and deliver data, such as statistics on jobs and inflation, to say nothing of other data impacted by Trump, such as that on health, weather, and education, has reached fever pitch. Erica Grosjean, former Bureau of Labor Statistics commissioner, told Reuters, quote, I can't help but worry some deadlines for future data releases are going to be missed and undetected biases or other errors are going to start creeping into some of these reports just because of the reduction in staff. Grosjean also noted that another very big risk is that all of the current administration's changes will make civil service employees more like political appointees. MSNBC's Steve Bannon observed in an article earlier this month that the prospect of corruption and political mischief interfering with federal statistics under Trump is also worth keeping in mind. Perhaps Donald Trump, the argument goes, might use his influence to tell the Labor Department to manipulate the data and deceive the public, Bannon wrote, though he noted there's been no evidence of statistics being altered to fit a political narrative to date. Yeah, well, probably not the actual statistics, but the spin has been pretty big. Even setting that worrisome possibility aside, Trump's war against trustworthy federal data has already threatens to wreak real havoc. Boy, it is a Monday. Is that a Monday? Jesus Christ. Could it be more Monday than Monday? During a press conference last month, Fed Chair and MAGA persona non grata Jerome Powell explained why we mustn't take for granted having good data on the economy. This information, he pointed out, doesn't just help the Fed. It helps the government. It helps Congress. It helps the executive branch. More importantly, it really helps business. They need to know what's going on in the economy. For years, Powell noted the United States has prided itself on being a leader in measuring and understanding what's happening in our very large and dynamic economy. I hate to see us cutting back on that, he continued, because it is a real benefit to the general public that people in all kinds of jobs have the best possible understanding of what's happening in the economy. Oh, is that it? Oh, okay, fine. Well, but what? Wait, what? Why don't you tell us which part is bad? What? That doesn't even tell us any information. Reuters report. Where's Reuters report? Here we go. Fuck, man, come on now. U.S. economic data. This is the July 25th report. U.S. economic data quality a worry. Authorities not acting urgently enough, experts say. Let's see. Risk to the quality of official U.S. economic data, long seen as the gold standard, are worrying 89 of 100 top policy experts polled by Reuters, with most also concerned that the authorities are not addressing the issue urgently enough. Well, but why would the authorities address an issue that they've created? Like, why? Why would they do that? That doesn't make any sense. Ooh, I make a potato salad. Wait, what? That has equal parts mayo to sour cream and a very tiny diced celery and green onions. It tastes like sour cream. Oh my God. Karen, that sounds really good. That sounds like really, really, really good. I would eat that. If it was tiny enough, I would eat it. Long seen as the gold standard. Okay. A decline in official survey participation rates. Oh, this is interesting. A decline in official survey participation rates and recent deep staff cuts at statistical agencies risk undermining the reliability of data that policymakers, companies, and even households rely on to make decisions. U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the principal agency for labor market and inflation data, has, like other government departments, been hit by firings, resignations, early retirement, and hiring freezes as part of a White House cost-cutting push. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell, who has held interest rates steady all year while keeping a close eye on whether tariffs have added to already elevated price pressures, last month warned cutbacks could degrade key economic surveys. Most economists in a July 11th to 24 Reuters poll, 89 of 100, said that they were concerned about the quality of official U.S. economic data, including 41 who said they were very concerned. Survey respondents included Nobel laureates, blah, blah, blah. We read that. Okay, we read that. Erica Goshen, BLS commissioner. Another very big risk is all of the current administration's changes will make civil service employees more like political appointees. I can't name any senator or congressperson who is a champion for federal statistics and has made supporting these agencies an important part of their agenda going forward. When Dump took office in January, the federal civilian workforce was 2.3 million. It was nearly 260,000 civil servants lighter by the end of April, according to a Reuters tally. Estimates show BLS headcount is down at least 15%. Partly as a result, the agency is ending the calculation and publication from next month of about 350 components of the producer price index, an indicator of inflation before goods reach the consumer. Wait, I need to read that again. Good morning, Paul J. How are you? You hate sour cream, Neil? This is getting this chat's getting very spicy. Paul J, if you're not in here to defend one of your favorite foods, then you're probably going to have a bad morning. Wait, yeah, let's do this. As long as they don't what? Start with. Oh my God, that tastes good. I can't believe I chose today to do kind of like a cleanse. Okay, here we go. Da 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 da. Partly as a result, the agency is ending the calculation and publication from next month's report, I guess, of about 350 components of the producer price index, an indicator of inflation before goods reach the consumer. A Bureau of Labor of something, I don't know, Labor and Statistics, I can't remember what that stands for, BLS. Response rates to most federal surveys have been declining for many years. In addition to outreach efforts focused on encouraging households and businesses to participate in our surveys, BLS is exploring ways to overcome response rate and limited resource challenges. What? Okay, hear me out. So are you telling me that they're using AI to figure out the statistics? Is that what I'm hearing? Is that what I'm hearing? Hatred of onions is so wrong, but sour cream should be banned. That sounds normal to me. Your girlfriend's an onion fiend? Okay, all right. It's okay. She's in the majority here because it's only me and Jane, I think, that really aren't onion fans. But I don't know. It's definitely going to cause some heartache. Okay, let's see. Other agencies. Does that mean they're going to use AI to fill in the gaps of the consumer price index and other statistics that tell us how the economy is doing? Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me Are you kidding me right now? Oh my God. Other agencies, including the Bureau of Economic Analysis and the Census Bureau, have had recent cutbacks to budgets and staff, said some sources familiar with the matter. Oh my God. Asked if U.S. authorities were treating the issue of economic data accuracy with sufficient urgency, more than 80% of respondents said no. Some 70% also said U.S. government agencies did not have enough resources to maintain the collection and release of high-quality economic data. Oh my God. This is okay. This seems really bad to me. Like why the reason it seems really bad to me is when you manipulate how you're going to tell the outcome, like data should be data. Wrong or right, bad or good, data should be data. This definitely is an opportunity for them to craft the story in data that they want, and then we just all have to go along with it, and people will make economic decisions based on manipulated data. But they'll just say, oh, but this is just AI generated, so of course it's still reliable. This is bad because sometimes the data is all that we have to verify what's happening at the government level. We need a coup. We're not, whatever that is, like a revolution, like an overthrow. I don't care what it is. We need a coup. Because this administration is really fucking with us. And they're fucking with us fast. Budget cuts are coming when a time when it's getting harder and harder to run surveys. You have to sample more people and chase people down, and that's a labor-intensive effort, said Ethan Harris, former head of global economic research at Bank of America. People take statistical agencies for granted, so they're easy to cut because there's no lobby or special interest group that's powerful enough to protect them. I don't see any improvement going forward. More than 2/3 of those polled also said they were worried about deteriorating statistics would hurt Fed policymaking, which is what I'm worried about. A similar proportion of economists in a separate recent Reuters survey published this week said they were also concerned about the Fed's independence from political influence and Trump's public attacks on Fed Chief Powell. Quote, major statistical agency budgets are not adequate to support ongoing production of the wide range of high quality statistics they have traditionally released, said Karen Dinan, professor at Harvard University and former U.S. Assistant Secretary of the Treasury for economic policy. Policymakers are not prioritizing the issue enough to ensure the U.S. maintains its status as having the best statistical system in the world. Reuters surveys published this month also showed concerns about the quality of economic data published in Britain and the accuracy of unemployment statistics in India. Understandable. Let's see. There's this. Oh yeah, I want to read this too. This is a Tina. Tina sent, I think Tina or Teresa. Wait. Who sent this to me? I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember. I think it was Tina or Teresa. Let's see. Let's chat up with our chat. Depends. I'll cook with plain yogurt, but oh really? I love Greek yogurt. I like tangy yogurt. Yum 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 with granola. I love data too, Grace Lisa. I love data so much. I feel that. I feel you. I feel seen. If Grok AI can be turned into a Nazi mouthpiece, then AI can be twisted to say anything someone wants. Exactly, Neil. And if you think this ham-handed group of maniacs isn't going to fuck with data to preserve their skin or at least hold off the pitchforks, you've got another thing coming because they will do anything to avoid the pitchforks. Right? Uh-oh. Neil, I should post my famous sour cream at a dinner party story in Discord. Who eats plain yogurt? I eat stevia and granola. I made a pasta salad yesterday with equal mayo and Greek yogurt. Oh, and Olive Garden dressing? That sounds kind of good. That sounds kind of good. Cool Star Trek character too. What's a Star Trek character? Grok? Is Grok a Star Trek? I don't know. All right, this is from WKMS. I don't know where that is, but where is it? Where is WKMS? News and Music Discovery. WKMS. Murray State's NPR station. Where's Murray State? I don't know. We'll find out. WKMS. Okay, here we go. Also, AI uses fantastical, yes, as Max would remind us, like an entire shower is one AI search or something. The Android Lolo. Yeah. WKMS. Hi, Carrie. What? Carrie sneak in and I didn't see. Carrie, good morning. Good morning, darling. Isn't Grok? Yes, that's the Grok is Elmo's AI. Yes. Billionaire Peter Thiel is backing the first privately developed U.S. uranium enrichment facility in Paducah. Here you go. July 25th. Here you go. 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 Why isn't this going? Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy, 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 oh boy. Here we go. Paducah, Kentucky. That's right. It's gonna be uranium. Yes, that piece of shit, Thiel. A California based company with ties to billionaire investor and Trump ally Peter Thiel announced plans Friday to build America's first U.S. owned privately developed facility to enrich uranium in far western Kentucky. In an email sent to WKMS, General Matter said that the company intends to make a historic investment in American nuclear infrastructure. It's happening, everybody. I just want you to know it's happening. What that stuff we thought was going to happen, stuff Jim talked about for years, the stuff Gal talked about for years, the stuff Dave Troy talked about for years, the stuff Mueller She Wrote talked about for years, the stuff Greg Olear and Lincoln's Bible talked about for all that stuff that we've read about and all that, all our friends have told us. It's all true. And I will still say, if you are anti Jim Stewartson, then I don't even understand what you mean or what you're actually doing. Tom, you became a member. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you, Tom. How are you? Where is Tom? Where are you, Tom? Can't even see you. I can't even see you. Tom, you're so sweet. Thank you. Oh my God, I saw a news story where homes next to the Meta data center have no well water pressure and the water that comes out has gross sediment in it. They're going to have to pay. Oh God. I can't even believe that. Really? Really? Nah. That's so frustrating. Can't even believe that. Two and two upgrade their. Oh wait, they're going to have to pay tens of thousands to upgrade their pipes and hook to city water. What? Why is that even? How did that? Why does that fall on anyone but Meta? Like that should be a Meta thing, right? Like I recall Russ Douchebag's interview of P. Thiel, in which Thiel doesn't reject the idea of eliminating the human race in order to reach the lofty goals. And Douchehat laughed. I know, Douchehat's a terrible person. That guy. Ugh, gross. Oh my God. In an email, okay, blah, 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 blah. By restoring a shuttered facility in Paducah, the gaseous diffusion plant in McCracken County, which ceased operations in 2013, was built by the U.S. government in the 1950s to bolster national defense efforts and later to generate fuel for nuclear power plants. And you're telling me that in that building there isn't asbestos and other toxic materials? Really? You're telling me that that's not that building or that site is not full of gross stuff? Okay. 75 years ago, the U.S. Atomic Energy Commission selected Paducah to help lead the nation's original enrichment efforts, the email reads. We are proud to return to and rebuild this historic site to power a new era of American energy independence. Oh, boy. Local officials, including Paducah Mayor George Bray, confirmed that General Matter has been in talks to develop this facility in recent months. This business development follows a series of executive orders from President Dump that have aimed to bolster nuclear energy development in the U.S. The former Paducah Gaseous Diffusion Plant, that's a sexy name, has been at the center of a multiple major development talks over the past year. Earlier this week, the U.S. Department of Energy listed it as being among the 4 sites being considered for cutting-edge data center and energy generation projects. Plans are moving forward to establish the world's first commercial laser uranium enrichment plant on property adjacent to PGDP. Oh boy. The Paducah Area Chamber of Commerce has also helped push these development talks along by securing a DOE, Department of Energy grant to commission a study on the site's reindustrialization potential. General Matter is led by former SpaceX employee Scott Nolan, a partner at the venture capital firm's Founders Fund, which is who? Peter fucking Thiel. Formed in 2024 in San Francisco, the company announced itself on the social media platform X in April as being incubated within Founders Fund by a team of people from SpaceX, Tesla, Anduril, National Labs, and the U.S. Department of Defense. That VC fund was co-founded by billionaire investor Peter Thiel, who World Nuclear News reported joined General Matters board earlier this year. Thiel, who also co-founded the controversial data mining firm Palantir, contracted by the U.S. government to track migrant movements, is also listed as a director among the company's initial officers on General Matters business filing with the Kentucky Secretary of State's office, which was filed Tuesday. In December 2024, General Matter was one of the 6 companies added to the Department of Energy's list of contractors they could procure low-enriched uranium from to incentivize the development of new uranium production capacity in the country. A formal announcement is planned for August 5th in Paducah, according to General Matters email. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear, U.S. Senators Mitch McConnell and Rand Paul, and Congressman James Comer are all expected to be on hand, along with members of the nuclear industry and local officials. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. My internet, Tom, my internet has been acting weird too, or my whole computer. It's you. I think I have allergies or something. What is going on? All nose is running. Everything's gone. I'm leaking. Internet. Okay. Blah 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 blah. One guy threatening billions. Yeah, that's it. If it's in Kentucky, I'm sure Rand Paul and Mitch McConnell made sure it was 100% safe. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yes, Grace Lisa, Technocracy Inc. It's here. They're here. Yeah. So there's that. And there's something else to worry about. Oh, this is what. Oh no, this is the Darren Beatty stuff. Hold on. Let me see. What? Bum bum bum. Darren. See if this works. Hold on. Do 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 do. Scooby doo, Scooby doo, Scooby dooby doo. Yeah, yeah. Maybe it'll. Okay. Maybe it won't. Maybe it won't. Maybe it won't. Maybe it won't. Bitch. Fine. Well, I'll have to figure out how to pull up that story. Well, I can't play you these because god damn it, I don't have anything to play it with. All right, well, we'll read the Atlantic piece. If I drop off, I may not be able to say, "Oh, okay, bye." Oh, I'm sorry, Tom. That sucks. I'm so sorry. The show's not going too well because I have like a sound problem and I've got some other things, so it might be a shorter show this morning, unfortunately. A new kind of family separation. The Trump administration is again going after undocumented minors, but its approach is different than during his first presidency. This is an Atlantic piece from July 24th. In the Trump's administration, oh, hello, Max. Max is here. My whole town's power was out. Transformer Blue Pack. Oh my gosh, Max, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. You guys are in the 90s too. Yeah, it's very hot today. I think it's very hot because it was warm yesterday, and I think it's going to be another warm one today. But it's not been as bad as you guys have had because I have a bit of a, like, I'm on the side of the hills where the ocean breeze still kind of comes through, not like, direct. But I still get a bit of air movement where I am in Los Angeles versus like the valley or something like that. So it's not as hot, and I just feel bad for there's a lot of you that are really suffering under the heat. And I know what it's like on the East Coast with heat and shit. It's not good. So I just really feel for you. I hope everybody stays safe and hydrated. Stay hydrated. Okay. Good morning, Max. In the Trump administration's recent round of immigration crackdown, the American public hasn't seen the same terrible images of migrant children at the border being snatched from their mother's arms as they did during the first administration, but that's because family separation has morphed into something less visible and possibly harder to track. In President Donald Trump's second term, his administration has focused on dismantling a system specifically constructed to protect minors from the harsher aspects of immigration enforcement. The system was built in response to reports of children dying in the custody of ICE. It diverts minors away from immigration enforcement and toward a system focused on their safety and run through the Department of Health and Human Services. Congress provided funding, among other things, for lawyers to help minors move through asylum courts. But anti immigration Trump officials for years have complained about the separate track, and now they're innovating many bureaucratic and legalistic ways to break down those protections. Officials have kept minors in detention for longer periods, floated the idea of charging people who are applying for asylum, and they've made it harder for family members to claim minors. And then in this episode, we visit two vulnerable minors who were just 5 and 2 years old when they crossed the border after escaping gang violence in Central America. So this is a transcript. And the other piece too is that they are doing all kinds of DNA testing of people, and it's very disturbing. It's very disturbing. Usually, when a kid encounters a Lego set, they know what to do. Put the driver in the race car, the flamingo in the pond, the astronaut in the spaceship. But the Lego set this kid is playing with, it's not so obvious what it is or who goes where. Boy, pelon. Ahora es muy pelon. Rosen, it features a lot of random characters, a chef, painter, a robot, a knight. Oh, I see. So it's just like a thing. Okay. So is this not going to get into like a story? I'm so sorry. Let me try this. Also bald. Oh, it's really cute, but this is exactly what immigration court would look like. So the child was playing with Legos and created an immigration court system or a courtroom. So the stenographer would be there, and that's where they would have to go and talk. And so that's where the judge comes from. This is Asia Sarari. I'm so sorry, I can't pronounce her name right or their name right. Managing attorney of the Atlanta office of the International Rescue Committee, or IRC. She and her staff built this Lego court as a makeshift solution to an impossible problem. How do you explain to a 6-year-old what immigration court is? Sorry, I mean, immigration court is frightening for everybody across the board, adults and kids, but this is a way for the kids to understand that this is a time for them to be able to tell their story and also just to give them some comfort. It really calms the kids down because when they go to court, then they're like, oh, okay, this is where the judge sits, this is where I sit, sort of thing. Many of you listening might remember the phrase family separation from Trump's first term, images of babies being torn from their mother's arms, hysterical parents, children in what look like cages. We haven't seen a spectacle like that yet, mainly because there aren't as many families crossing at the border. But that doesn't mean things are any better for unaccompanied minors. This time around, the Trump administration is going after special protections for these kids, protections that have been carved out over the last decade. The United States government, by and large, takes care of children and affords them special treatment, regardless of how they enter the country, even if they enter illegal, according to Mark Neroff, an Atlantic staff writer who covers immigration. Neroff continues, there was no need for them to try and evade capture by the U.S. Border Patrol. As minors, they could simply cross over and seek out the first Border Patrol agent they could find, turn themselves in, and knowingly be treated differently than other illegal border crossers. Because there have been some very horrible cases of deaths of children in U.S. Border Patrol custody, Border Patrol agents who are effectively border cops know that they have to be careful and handle these children with sensitivity, and they generally do. Rosen, the way the system is currently set up, children who cross the border without a parent find their way to a Border Patrol agent who then quickly turns them over to another agency called the Office of Refugee Resettlement, or ORR. ORR tries to place them quickly with a sponsor who's typically a relative. ORR is part of Health and Human Services, the idea of being to keep minors out of the ICE system, or that was the idea before the Trump administration. Miroff says they have for the longest time wanted to kind of break down that firewall between ICE, which is looking to arrest and deport immigrants who are here illegally, and Health and Human Services, whose mandate is to take good care of these kids, make sure nothing happens to them, get them to sponsors safely. It's a pivot toward an all-out kind of enforcement-only oriented model whose goal is to carry out the president's mass deportation campaign and really to break up the model that has been in place for much of the past 10 years. What specifically are they doing to break up the model? Well, they've stripped the funding for the legal aid organizations that represent children and minors in federal custody and have worked with them. They've just really deprived the system of resources. One of those was the nonprofit that funds ICEA's office. Earlier this year, as part of an executive order called Protecting the American People Against Invasion, funding was cut, and these legal service providers received a stop work order, which would have affected about 26,000 kids. Miroff says conservatives have been very adamant that federal tax dollars should not go to defend and advocate for illegal immigrants and to help them get funding to stay in the United States. Legal aid groups went to court citing a law passed in Congress in 2008 creating certain protections for unaccompanied minors. A federal judge in California ordered the funding temporarily restored until a final judgment expected in September. If that happens again, or if the litigation doesn't work the way we want it to, it's going to be very difficult to help these kids. What percent of your funding is this government funding? Sorari answers 99.9%. Yeah, it's a lot. We do have some private backing, but the needs are so great that it's just not feasible to move forward without programmatic funding. There aren't the resources to hire lawyers for every single person that comes across and makes a claim. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of unaccompanied minors just in the Biden administration. The Trump administration says it wants to save money. Another reason to cut the funding might be that it's effective. It increases the chance that the kids get legal status. If a person has a lawyer, they're 5 times more likely to win their immigration case. So these kids qualify for legal status. They just need someone to guide them on the path. And so, to clarify, 5 times as likely does not add up to likely. Rosen says, how hard is it to get asylum? Like, what percent of people who apply for asylum get asylum? Well, for immigration court in Atlanta, it's less than 2% approved. I did not realize that. That's really interesting. Immigration court in Atlanta, it's less than 2% of asylum things are approved. And so nationwide, if a person does not have an immigration attorney, they're 5 times more likely to lose. Asylum is a many-step process. It can take years and years, and all of it is predicated on proving convincingly that you've been persecuted in your own country. Sawari says, we do have kids who have physical scars of what happened to them or why they had to flee their home country. You know, we have kids who were beaten by military in their home country because of who they're affiliated with or who their parents or extended families are affiliated with. Just for example, we had a 14-year-old who had a 6-week-old child, and that's because she was fleeing extreme danger in her home country, and then she was assaulted on the way over. So that's the type of cruelty that our clients are facing. We really do see some graphic signs of violence and abuse. Absent the obvious signs, the lawyers have to find a way to get kids to describe what they've been through. God, this must be close to impossible. Karen, happy birthday to Mama. Aw, what a sweetheart. And so we just tried to get some information from the kids. And we had a little 4-year-old who every time we just asked her some basic questions, she would get scared and turn off the lights and hide under the table. And so then she had a little fake phone, and she would hand the phone to this little girl and ask the questions and go back and forth. But a lot of kids they just don't want to discuss what's happened in the past, whether they're very young or very, older. We spend a lot of time not to re-traumatize them, hopefully. The majority of the kids who go through the system are preteens or teens. The boy we met in the office that day crossed the border with his younger sister. They were 5 and 2 when Asaya first met them. What was the most difficult, at least for us, was trying to talk to them about what happened to them. The little girl couldn't share any information, of course, because she was only 2. But the older child, the 5-year-old, he was able to express fear, but not exactly what had happened. Here is what she learned. The family was targeted by gangs and experienced severe violence in their home country. They made it to the U.S.-Mexico border, but the situation there became dangerous for the kids. So the mother sent them ahead with a group crossing to the U.S. She had to wait for her own papers. They had to cross in a makeshift raft, and they fell into the river, and they were fished out. And so the children were, I keep using the word traumatized, were deeply traumatized. But you could tell from the Office of Refugee Resettlement documents, because usually the kids are pretty calm when it's time for them to take their picture, because there's a little passport photo that's attached. And the kids were just crying. You could tell in the photo that they were sobbing. To help kids understand the process and feel safe enough to tell their story, Asiya and her staff try to make their Atlanta offices as child-friendly as they can. During our visit, the siblings sat in a room full of toys and stuffed animals, including a cow named Vaca Lola, and they tried very hard to sit still while they received what's called a Know Your Rights presentation. Oh my gosh. An IRC legal assistant talks with them as they squirm on two beanbag chairs. As unaccompanied minors, the brother and sister need to know the basics about their rights and about the legal process. But the result is like a surreal kindergarten law school where little kids are learning about things like attorney-client confidentiality. Oh my God. Tenemos una especial relación contigo que se llama confidencialidad. Oh boy. Lo que significa es que nosotros siempre tenemos que obtener tu permiso para compartir información. Being there in the room really underlines how absurd it is to think of kids like this navigating the situation without an attorney. Oh my God. I just can't even. The staffer asks the kids if they remember what a lawyer does. The little girl answers, I want vaca Lola. Oh. After the break, oh wait, sorry. The U.S. immigration system, as it currently stands, has two goals. One, to manage immigration itself, who gets to enter the country, when, where, and for how long. The other is to ensure the welfare of children that cross the border, make sure they're not subject to trafficking, bring them to safety, return them to relatives once those relatives have been vetted as so-called sponsors. As Nick Miroff describes, those two goals are sometimes in tension. He says, up till now, there has existed basically, a firewall between the sponsorship process and immigration enforcement by ICE. The idea being that if you have a kid in custody and you're looking for a sponsor in order to get them out of government custody, then you shouldn't have that sponsor fear arrest and deportation by coming forward and saying, I will take custody of this child. Oh my God. Oh my God. The idea was to make it as easy as possible for a sponsor to come forward so the child would be safe, but that idea seems to be fading. Stephen Miller and the aides around him who are leading this broader immigration crackdown have had in their sights for a long time this system of unaccompanied minors who are crossing the border, are going through the sponsorship process, and in many cases are being reunited with their relatives who are already here. They view this system as basically a broader kind of trafficking scheme, and they want to attack it at its weak point, so to speak. The weak point is reunification, the moment where the government has your child and you have to show proof in order to get them back. Under the Trump administration, the requirements have changed. Before, a sponsor might have taken a DNA test to prove that they were related to the child. Now, though they're required to take a DNA test, and they also need to prove that they're living and working in the U.S. legally, which means they have to show an American ID or foreign passport with proof of entry. It means proof of income, like a letter from an employer. The way the Trump administration explains these changes, they are protecting children from being picked up by people who don't have their best interests at heart. But there are signs that in practice, these changes are keeping kids from landing in a safe place. Our colleague Stephanie McCrumman reported that one family had submitted baby photos, baptism records, text messages, all to try to get their kid back, and all not enough. As she reported, the family had been rejected for 3 months and counting. And obviously, the concern is that if sponsors are too scared to come forward and take custody of the child, then the child will remain in the custody of the government for far longer than they should. Just that already appears to be happening. It varies from case to case, but the Office of Refugee Resettlement has typically housed an unaccompanied minor for about a month before they're released to a sponsor. After Trump took office, the average stay for children released each month started rising: 49 days, 112 days, 217 days, all in facilities never intended to house children for so long. As we know, in a lot of these group home settings, it can be very stressful. It's not a good environment for children. There's tons of, pediatric literature about the impact on the psychology of children to be kept essentially in a kind of government custody in which they're living under very strict rules and they're separated from their loved ones. And so, no one until now has really wanted to prolong this process. But I think with this administration, we're seeing a willingness to do that and to really try to deter families from potentially using this route in order to do the kind of phased migration that they're so opposed to. For Trump officials who want to slow the pipeline of unaccompanied minors, it's a win-win. Either families get their kids and the government gets data they could use to pursue immigration enforcement, or they don't get their kids and the pain of the situation creates deterrence on its own. It's a kind of family separation 2.0, one that seems to be more carefully constructed than the first one. Americans aren't regularly seeing children in what look like cages or videos of agents taking babies from their mothers. Instead, it uses the system that already exists, and it generally does so away from cameras and microphones. Preventing them from reuniting is part of an enforcement mindset that is similar to zero tolerance family separation, in that there's a willingness to potentially inflict trauma on children to achieve an immigration enforcement purpose or some kind of deterrence. It's not the same as physically pulling a child away from its parent at the border, but the willingness to leave a child in a group home in the government's custody for weeks and weeks and weeks and scare their parents into not coming to get them is also a serious thing. The White House says they're doing this in the name of welfare, and children getting exploited is, in fact, a vulnerability of the system. In 2023, a New York Times investigation showed that amid a huge influx of unaccompanied minors, many ended up working unsafe jobs in places like factories and slaughterhouses. They also showed that in 2021 and 2022, the Office of Refugee Resettlement couldn't reach more than 85,000 children. Now, that was during a period when the system was overwhelmed by a huge influx of unaccompanied minors. But losing contact like that simply meant that they couldn't easily reach the kids by phone, which could happen for any number of reasons. And ultimately, it's maybe not so surprising that a family that got their child back has less reason to pick up when a federal government calls. During his campaign, though, Trump spun these statistics into a much more sinister and much more certain story. Donald Dump said 88,000 children are missing. You know that? 88,000. Think of that. 88,000 children are missing under this administration, and they have no idea. In a matter of weeks, Trump's number grew. The Biden-Harris administration has lost track of an estimated 150,000, many of whom have undoubtedly been raped, trafficked, killed, or horribly abused. Think of it, 150,000. Then he says 325,000 children are missing. He still says 300,000. Many are dead. Many are involved in sex operations. Many are working as slaves in different parts of probably this country and probably many others. Now, in his current immigration crackdown, the administration has leaned into this story as a rationale for how it's treating undocumented minors. And what's frustrating with that, is that I think on both sides, everybody believes that there should be an anti-trafficking initiatives, but our program is an anti-trafficking initiative. If these kids have a way forward, if they have legal status, they're less likely to be put in dangerous situations. Yeah, duh. We have seen Tom Homan, the White House border czar in particular, talking about finding the children. He has told me in interviews that this is as much a priority for him as carrying out the president's mass deportation campaign, and that he believes hundreds of thousands of minors have been trafficked into the United States and may be in danger, and that he wants to mobilize the resources of ICE and the Department of Homeland Security to do essentially wellness checks on this group to make sure that they're not in some kind of danger. However, I think that the underlying message of those checks by the authorities is very clear in that, it's part of this broader effort that they have going to gather information on families living in the United States illegally, who have come across illegally, who have participated in some of these arrangements so that they can take enforcement action against them. The wellness checks are done by ICE, but carried out with help from a hodgepodge of law enforcement, including the FBI and even the DEA. Asia told us that some clients her team works with have had agents show up at their door. What's happening now is there are these wellness checks where people from various law enforcement agencies show up at the sponsors' homes, bang on the doors. They're masked. They don't show any identification. And also, the wellness people who are conducting the wellness checks are not contacting us, their attorneys, so we can provide them with the information that they need. So the purpose, what is the purpose, do you think? To frighten them, I guess, because we have reached out. We've had other clients who have had wellness checks, and we've driven out to speak to whoever is there, but then they're gone by the time we get there. And then we leave our information. Nobody will contact us. There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to them, and it's not making anybody safer. What if it's just some strange person who is not affiliated with law enforcement agencies? None of them show any badges. None of them show any official paperwork. They're masked. How are we supposed to know that one person is a law enforcement agent versus a bad actor? We're not hiding our clients, so it just doesn't seem to result in what they want. It's not really a wellness check. About the wellness checks, which the White House officially calls a National Child Welfare Initiative, an ICE spokesperson said in a statement, "Our agents are doing what they should have been doing all along, protecting children." I'm trying to think of this from an oppositional point of view. Like if I'm listening to this and thinking, why should the US government provide funding for lawyers for people who cross unlawfully? Well, I would say this is the say this. The overall focus is the kids need help and we're able to provide this help. We're trying to protect children. But then I also say seeking asylum is a basic human right. These kids and their sponsors, their parents, or whoever is guiding them, they're trying to do things the right way. Most of them qualify for legal status. They just need someone to guide them on the path. And when you say doing things the right way, what do you mean? Well, I use this phrasing because I've heard this, but the right way is that they have presented themselves to the government. They're not hiding, they're trying to find legal status. I think about this often kind of what is the nature of a country that opens itself up for asylum versus the nature of a country that doesn't? Like, what decision are you making when you decide, oh, yes, we are a country that's going to support a process, a legal process through which you can apply for asylum? What does it say about you as a country versus you, just many countries don't? Well, I also think that if you look at other countries, they don't have the opportunity. It's not safe there either for them to seek asylum. So if they really are coming to the first country that they're able to have some semblance of safety. In this family's case, that's the country they came to, one where a system of protections was in place, where they had an attorney to guide them, a known asylum process, even if not an easy one. But now the game has changed. Ah, oh, that's good. Sorry, my reading probably wasn't as smooth as it could be, but it was good. And I can't get that one. Darn it. Just a technical kerfluffum. What fresh new hell broke loose in the last 45 minutes? Not enough. Not enough. Putin steals children too. Yeah. Migrant labor worked like a champ. Reagan destroyed it. Migrant labor. Yeah, well, I mean, it didn't work like a charm. I mean, we had issues. There was a long fight for farm worker rights and living conditions and things like that. But your point is well taken. That at least there was, a plan, or there was more understanding of what people brought. I don't know. I mean, it was still bad. No, I can't agree with you. I'm sorry, Jim. It was still bad then. It's always been bad for migrants. Um, but yeah, I just feel like this is really disgusting. I just don't. I feel, this administration is really hell bent on destroying everything that is good and wonderful about our world. And I just sometimes some days I can't even wrap my brain around that. That so much cruelty has taken hold in our government. I just it's overwhelming. I guess by design. I think they want it overwhelming by design. Like I think that's part of it. Well, this her cow named Lola. Um, I think I'm gonna end early today just so I can troubleshoot some of the fucking issues that I have. Oh my god, it really threw me off. Um, but tonight I am having a space on the bad place. I hope you guys have a good day too. I'll fix this. I think it's just a matter of routing the sound a certain way, and I think I routed it differently. I don't know what I did. I don't know. I touched something, obviously. But I'll fix it before tomorrow. So I will see you, or I'll hopefully hear you, or you'll hear me tonight on Spaces. If not, understand it's not for everybody. And then I will see you tomorrow morning. So, space on Discord possible. Oh, it might. I think I can. Wait, can I think I can. I'm going to try again. I think somehow it didn't work out the last time. I think it was because of audio issues. Link in Discord we can listen. Yeah, totally. I will try and do that. I'll try and do that. I don't know how, but I'll figure it out. Okay. Thank you guys so much for coming. I appreciate it. Sorry for the technical difficulties and operator error, but I'll get my shit together and we'll try again tomorrow with much better success, I think. Okay. All right. I love you guys. Have a great day. I'll